So is land really a bad investment? What's good, everybody? It's Michael Alder here from TakingActionToday.com. And before we get into the content piece of this video, as always, I just want to let you know all the resources you need to build your passive income empire, as well as the tools to go ahead and scale and grow your business, can be found in the description section of this video. But back to the task at hand. Is land a bad investment? Well, the vast majority of people will tell you that it is. Myself included, about 4 years ago, would have said land is a really stupid investment because I never knew that you could cash flow land. I was in the rehab rental real estate market, buying duplexes, singles, and sometimes upwards of fourplexes, renovating these things, renting them out, and dealing with god-awful headaches day in and day out. A friend of mine reached out to me, said he interviewed a guy that had the best passive income model out there. We all know who that is. And I blew him off. I was like, that's the dumbest thing ever because I had the best passive income model. Fast forward 2 months later, I was in absolute misery renovating these apartments and duplexes and all that stuff just to get a tenant in there to default on their monthly rent payment, trash the place, and have me redo it again. So I said, wait a minute. What was that whole passive income thing he had told me about? I went back, I listened to the interview he had done with him, and it blew my mind. Completely changed my real estate investing model through and through, and I haven't looked back. So is land a bad investment? It can be. If you're buying land strictly for the purpose of speculation appreciation, it can be a dangerous game. Now, don't get me wrong, you could have everything lined up. There's a super center going in, there's developments being cut in, and it's expected that this growth to the area is going to skyrocket. It's speculation investing. Can you win? Without a doubt you could win. But you could also lose big too if there's another recession, economic crash, banks freeze up, whatever the case may be that shuts all this expansion down, your investment becomes obsolete. But if you buy land for the sole purpose of wholesaling and to generate passive cash flow in a monthly note, owner financing type deals, land makes a phenomenal investment. So let's talk about the upside here. You don't have to deal with any tenant drama. You don't have to deal with foreclosure. You don't have to deal with attorneys. You don't have to deal with renovations. The list goes on and on. You are acquiring solid assets, and if you're doing it right, you're going after rural vacant land, nothing where the city's going to come by and say, hey, you need to cut the grass over here. You need to pick up the trash on the lawn. No properties like that should you have in your portfolio. Just rural vacant land that you could pitch to really hungry land buyers, whether that be investors or end consumers, sell it to them for a quick flip, getting your fast profit and moving on to the next, or selling it to them on a monthly note. So for example, if you bought a property for $1,000 and you turn around and resold it for $50 down, $50 a month for 48 months, each month you're getting $50 hitting your bank account completely passively. Now you may say, well, what happens if they stop paying? Absolutely nothing happens. You go ahead and give them a grace period. You reach out to them, try to restructure the deal so the buyer could win and you could get cash flow coming back in. But after X number of days in default, you have the right to resell the property again. Me personally, I love to give people a fair shake. I know how life could be tough, and I like to set it up with a 90-day grace period. So if you ghost me, the clock starts. I'll reach out and try and reset the plan, structure some new things, but 90 days goes by, you don't submit a single payment or try to structure something in that fashion, I'm going to go ahead and resell the property. Most of the investors out there do it within 60 days. So for me, I like to just be a little bit different than everybody else and give everybody a fair shake. But what's happening in that downtime? You may be saying, what's the holding cost? There is no holding cost. What about the tax bill? Okay, that's a holding cost. But the properties we buy, the annual tax bill is typically under $20. $20 in holding cost for the year, not for the month. You cannot bleed out when that's your holding cost there. So when you buy land right, when you focus on it strictly as a tool that's going to give you monthly cash flow, it's a phenomenal investment. So remember that. Now, if you have any questions about the land investing industry, how to build, grow, scale, and sit on the beach all day and have your lifestyle paid for, you don't want to do that. That's incredibly boring. But if you did, you just shoot me a text with any question you have about land investing at 440-678-1151. Let me know what's on your mind. I will create a follow-up video or a podcast episode covering your question for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everything can be found directly below this video in the description area, and I'll catch you on the next one.